In today's video, we are going to talk about the most dreaded F word. The word that you cannot use in any social gatherings, family events and especially अगर लड़के वाले देखने आए तब तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं. I think you might have guessed the word by now. The word is feminism. Feminism क्या है, क्यों है, क्या लड़कों को इससे डरना चाहिए? In this video, we will answer all those questions. Let's start with the most basic and the biggest misconception that surrounds the word feminism, which is feminism equals to hating men. Well, if you are a rapist, domestic sexual, or any kind of an abuser or a predator, then yes, please be afraid. But if you are just a normal, regular guy who believes in equal rights and opportunities, then there's nothing for you to fear. Feminism strives to fight against oppressions like patriarchy, sexism, sexual violence, transphobia, body shaming, homophobia, and many more. In a more definite term, feminism is a movement against gender oppression. And please note, when I say gender, I don't just mean women. It is important to understand that feminism is not just a fight for women, it is a fight for all oppressed genders. Only when we understand that gender is not binary, we will be able to get over this misconception. The movement focuses on equality amongst all genders in form of equal opportunities, equal rights. हर इंसान को अपने खुद के decisions लेने का हक है, irrespective of their gender and social status that they belong to. That's what feminism advocates for. For a more better understanding, let's take you way back to how it started. Initial wave of feminism started in 1848 with Seneca Falls Convention. But that wasn't the first time someone talked about women's rights. Many years before, a woman named Mary Wollstonecraft stood up for gender equality. Mary was an English writer, philosopher, and advocate for women's rights. Her most famous publication, A Vindication of the Rights of Women, talked about girls' education. That's how it initially started. Do you know in the early 90s, women were not allowed to vote? Surprising, huh? It is because of feminists like Lucretia Mott and Elizabeth Cady Stanton that women are able to vote today. ये तो हो गई West की बात. Let's talk about India. In India, the first phase began in the 19th century as a social reform movement. Women were still not allowed to work, the enrollment of girls in school was negligible, women still practiced parda system and were a victim of violence. To counter this, the second phase started in 1915 till 1947. During this time, three major organizations were formed by women. Women's India Association, WIA, National Council of Women India, NCWI, and All India Women Conference, AIWC. A lot of acts catering to women came into force post-independence, some of which are Dowry Prohibition Act 1961, the Maternity Benefits Act 1961, the Women Reservation Bill, and many more. Talking about the need of feminism, भारत को स्वतंत्र हुए 73 साल हो गए हैं, मगर आज भी हमारे देश की लड़कियां और महिलाएं are fighting for issues like domestic violence, dowry, rape, land rights, equal pay, etc. Feminism doesn't mean hating men or wanting to be superior to them. It means to be treated as equals. Physiologically, men and women are different. There's no denying that. When we talk about equality, we talk about cerebral equality. That means equality in choice and opportunities. If you're an advocate of equal rights and freedom of choice, then congratulations, you're a feminist too. It doesn't matter which gender you belong to.